Hello, I'm Karen, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how to make a crochet hat. Okay, these are really easy. This is one of the easiest ones that you can actually do. This one's actually made with my 3mm crochet hook, and this one here is the same pattern, but it's actually made with a 4mm crochet hook, and I've just added extra length of rows of things on it just to make it that little bit longer. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this video today is because I actually wanted to do a thank you video. I want to say thank you for all of my subscribers, because I've actually made it to 90,000 subscribers and more. So thank you very much. The next milestone now is to get to 100,000. Can I actually do it? I can only do it with your help. Anyway, so today I'm going to be using some Baby Dream double knit yarn, which is for a 4mm crochet hook. And I'm just letting you know as well, even though this said it was for a 4mm crochet hook, I've actually used exactly the same yarn for both patterns. Okay, so just so that they're clear on that. So I'm using a 4mm crochet hook, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to I like to start this one with the magic circle. If you can't do a magic circle, then make a slip knot and make a chain of 1 to work as your magic circle. Okay, and then what we want to do is, I've just chained 1, so that's 2, 3. Okay, so if you've actually started with a chain, then you need to make, if you've done with a slip knot, then you need to actually begin with a chain of 4. Okay, is my focus okay there? I hope so. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're using a double crochet if you're in the US, or a treble crochet in the UK. So we're going to do 1 of those and then make a chain 1. Now work 3 of the same stitch, so that's 1, 2 and 3. I'm hoping that my volume is better today, because on one of my other videos that I made, the volume was really bad. I'm sorry that I can't do videos like I used to do because of my working, but I am trying my best. So I did another chain 1, make another set of 3, so that's 1, 2 and 3. Excuse me. And then we need to make another chain 1 and make another set of 3, so that's 1, 2 and 3, chain 1, and do 1 more of the double crochet if you're in the US, or treble crochet if you're in the UK. Okay, so you will have 3 groups of 3, so you've got 1, 2, 3, then you've got 2 at one end and 1 at the other. Okay, so now we're going to pull the tail end nice and tight, and then we're going to, into this chain of 3, we want to go into the top chain, so it's, you've gone to the 3rd chain, underneath 2 strands if you can, and slip stitch together. Okay, so you'll end up with a little circle which has got 3, a block of 3 double crochet or triple crochet there, a chain 1, block of 3, chain 1, block of 3, chain 1, block of 3. So you've got your 4, which is just the same as beginning a granny square. So this is worked in continuous circles. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into the back loop of the next stitch, and then slip stitch into the chain 1 space. Make a chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to work 2 of the double crochet or treble crochet. Okay, so that chain of 3 is actually going to be counting as a stitch all the way through. I'm not sure of my focus on this video. Now we need to do a chain 1, and then we're going to work another set of 3 into the same space. So that's 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and then we're going to move into the next chain 1 space and work another set of 3. That's 1, 2, 3, oops, then we could chain 1 and work 3 in the same space. So that's 1, 2 and 3. Now we're going to work into the next chain 1 space, do the same thing again. So we're going to do a set of 3. Sometimes they call them a fan, sometimes they call them a shell, depending on who's written the pattern. So we're doing, that's number 2 and 3, chain 1 and make 3. That's 1, 2 and 3, and it'll look like that. And you'll see you've got one more chain 1 space there. So we're going to make another, these are actually corner pieces really. So that's 2 and 3, chain 1 and work the 3. Oh, I've got squeaky yarn. 2 and 3. Okay, now we've got to the end of the round. What we're going to do is into this chain of 3, so we've got 1, 2, 3, into the very top chain underneath 2 strands, we're going to slip stitch together. Okay, so you've got your square. If you wanted to continue making a square for a blanket, I've actually made one, I'll show you. Just put that to one side a minute. This is the blanket. Can you see the centre of that? So there we've got the centre, and by doing this pattern continuous round, we've got a beautiful symmetrical square. I've put the same edge on as the hats, so if you want to make a matching blanket you can. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to slip stitch into the back loops of the next 2 stitches. So it's underneath just the 1 loop at the back. It just gives a neater finish. I did try doing it underneath 2 loops and personally I didn't like it. So now we're going to slip stitch into the chain 1 space. But I know everybody has their own preferences, and I'm just showing you something just because I wanted to say thank you guys, thank you. Anyway, make a chain of 3, 2, 3, and we're going to work 2, ooh, that is squeaky, 2 of the double crochet or treble crochet. I'm just looking to see if I've actually got my talcum powder, just bear with me. I know this is not what I was planning at all for a video, but you've got to bear with me because I don't like squeaky yarn. And I need to just pull that back because the sun's shining on me. What a kind of a disaster of a video this is going to be. It's been one of those videos where I've been going to make the video and there's been loads of different things that have prevented me from actually doing it. So I think I've knocked the camera as well. So right, oh look at all the mess I've made. Okay, right, sorry about that guys. Right, so in this first corner we've just got the block of 3. Okay, now what we're going to do is move to this next one. We're not going to make a corner piece like we would normally, but we're going to put the corner actually on the side. Okay, so we're going to work the 3 double crochet or 3 treble crochet, then make the chain 1 and then work 3. That's 1, 2 and 3. I don't know why it's still squeaking. Okay, so now you can see it's starting to make a strange looking shape. We're going to go into the next corner and just do 1 of these little blocks or these little fans or a little shell. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now we're actually, if you look at it, because you can see the square here, so you can see your side. So this is more of a triangle shape. This is your chain 1 corner. So we're going to go into the side again. So now we're going to put 2 almost like we're doing a corner but on the side. So that's 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, whoops, 2 and 3. Just get myself some more yarn. Now we're going to go into the corner. We're only going to work once, just a set of 3, so 1 little fan. So that's 2 and 3. Okay, so you can see it's sort of going this, we're getting the curve there. Okay, so now we're going to go into this piece, which would actually normally be the side of the square, and we're going to work 2, so like a corner piece in there. So it's 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2 and 3. Now we're into, so we've done that inside, so now we're getting to the corner again, and this is where we just need to make what a block with the 3 in it. So that's 1, 2 and 3, and then we've got the last one to do. That there, I think, even as itself, you can actually build up around that, and you can build a nice little pattern, but that's beside the point, really. And we're going to just do what would effectively be the corner piece now, okay, in this last space. So chain 1 and work 3. So that's 1, 2 and 3. And then the same as we've done previously, into this chain we need to go into the top chain. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and we need to try and get underneath 2 strands if we can, because it gives a neater finish, and slip stitch that to join there. Okay, so you'll end up with a piece that's like that, and you can see it's already getting a curve. Okay, it's not flat anymore, it's okay. So now we're going to slip stitch into the back loop of the next 2 stitches. So that's 1, 2, and then slip stitch into this space. And now we're going to make a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. Make 2 double crochet or 2 treble crochet to complete this little shell pattern there. Excuse me. And then we're going to go into the corner piece, and we're going to work 1 in the corner as well, 1 block of 3. So that's 1, 2 and 3. So effectively what we're going to do now is we're going to do 2 like that, and then we're going to into the third one, which is always after a corner. We're going to work a corner piece where we actually put the chain 1 bit in it. Okay, so that's 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so to be able to carry on with the sequence, we're going to just put a 1 block of 3, 1 block of 3 and a pair as we go around. Okay, yeah, I was thinking that maybe I could call it a granny square hat, but it's not really a granny square, is it? It's a granny circle. But it starts off as a granny square, so I decided I'm just going to call it a crochet hat, and then that way around there's no confusion really over that. And also it's I can give you the different sizes. So we've done the 2, and now we're going to actually go into the next one and make a corner piece. So that's 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then work another set of 3. So that's 1, 2 and 3, Okay, so you can see it's still like wavy as we're going round. And now we need to work a set of 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then we've got to another corner piece which is also going to have just 1 set of 3 in it. 1, 2, 3, and then like I said before, it's always after you've got to this corner piece, you do do a new corner in the next space. So this is where we actually do the corner version of it, which would be a corner in a granny square, but obviously it's not really a corner in this because we're trying to help ourselves make a circle out of a square. That's one of those things, how do you get a round peg in a square hole? But that's what we're doing with this, really, is we're turning a square into a circle. So now we're going to do a block of 3. So that's 1, 2 and 3, and into the next one. 1, 2 and 3, and then we get to the very end where we're actually going to make effectively a corner piece. So that's 1, 2, 3, chain 1 and work another 3. I'm sorry if you can hear some background noises. It's just my neighbours have actually invested in different pets. It's almost like a farm around here just lately. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to slip stitch to join there. Okay, so that, even though it doesn't look like a square, it doesn't look like a circle, it has got this, you can actually lay it flat, but we've got that curve now that we require. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to slip stitch into the back loops of the next 2 stitches, slip stitch into the space, make a chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and work 2 of the double crochet or treble crochet depending where you're from. And now we're just going to work a set of 3 in each of the spaces and the chain 1 space all the way around, so that we then get the actual curve for it to be able to make the nice circle, so it makes the lovely hat. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go around just to show you how it actually shapes into the actual curve of the actual circle. For this particular hat you need to do 9 rows of where we're just doing just this, what I want to say is just doing the plain part. There's no more increases, so because the other one was increasing. If you want to make it bigger, what you would have done is you'd go 1, 2, 3, and then this one here would then be a corner piece. Yeah, so you can actually make it bigger. I did do a bigger version. I'll show you that. It's actually on top of my sun hat. I don't know if you'll be able to see properly there. Okay, if I take it off, because it's really flimsy, so because I've made it out of this one's actually made out of hemp yarn. I've got this hemp yarn, so it's really quite floppy and it's lovely. I've actually done a bigger edge on there. I'll show you how to do that as well in this one, but that's just keep going up by increasing the sizes so that you've got an extra row or 2. Okay, so that you can actually make it as big as you want for different people, so you can actually make your baby hats, and then you can go all the way up to the adult hats with this one. And saying this actual pattern, this exact bit of how we've actually got these increased rows and now we're actually going around in this circle now, is exactly what I did for the tiny one, wherever that one's gone, this one, which this one will fit a 10-inch head. It'll have a little bit of stretch on it, so it'll stretch a little bit more. And this one is for like a 15-inch head. So you remember before on my other videos, and I've showed you my doll, my bigger doll, because I've actually got a smaller doll, and I never made an outfit for it. I was going to years ago, and I couldn't get on with my crochet hooks, and I thought it was just me. I thought there's no way that I can crochet with a smaller hook, and so I gave in. And then several weeks ago I found a vintage hook while I was online shopping, so I bought it, and I realised that why I couldn't actually crochet with the other hooks. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you why in a minute. And it's a silly little thing really. I don't know whether it's going to affect you or whether it's just me, but I say over the years I tried, but all sorts of different sets of hooks over the years, and I just couldn't get on with the 3mm crochet hook to save my life. So I just thought, that's it, it's not going to happen. And then a few months ago I bought this vintage one, crocheted with it, and then realised straight away why I couldn't actually get on with the more modern hooks. I'm nearly at the end of this round now, so I'll be able to show you the difference of the hooks. I've also crocheted one up, so I'm going to show you how to do the edging, just because I think that we've got to show you the whole thing. Okay, so a couple more stitches to go, and then you'll see how it's made the curve start to happen really noticeably. So that's 1, 2 and 3, and then same as we did before. So we've got 1, 2, 3, so into the 3rd chain underneath 2 strands, slip stitch to join, and then to continue we'd slip stitch into the back loops of the next 2 stitches, which hides, see, you can't see where, I mean, if you really do look, you can actually see that it is there, that slight difference. But there, so you can see it's already starting to curve. Okay, so, and even though it still might not necessarily look exactly straight all the way around, because it's a bit confusing, you know, because you've got like these bigger pieces here. Sometimes when you look at it, it almost makes it look like that your stitches are too small at the side. It's a very strange effect, but that's another thing. So anyway, this is my vintage crochet hook, which is number 3, and this is a modern version of a number 3. They're both exactly the same measurement. I'll show you. So if I put them into my little measurer, I don't think that's the right word. They both feel the same in there, but if you put them side by side, I don't know if you can see properly with this. There we go. If I move the back stuff out of the way, on this one, look, you can see the length of the barrel and where I actually hold it, where it starts, and you can see this one where this one is. Now I like to hold my hook there, yeah, so if I do the same to hold this one, because if we even look at the length of it, the length's slightly different as well, but if I go to hold this one in the same place there, I'm a lot further away, so I'm finding it harder to maneuver, and I'd have to move my fingers there, but I found that that was too thin to feel like I was comfortable there. And I've noticed as well with the modern hooks, this is one of the coloured ones I've got, you can see you get little bits that start to chip off, and they really don't help because obviously they snag on your yarn. It's really not nice. Anyway, let's put all of those back out of the way. Back to my number 4mm hook, and this is where we've actually got, so if you look, you can see this is my last row of increases there, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so I've done 9 rows on this one. So what I'm going to do is show you how to actually add on the actual edging. So you're still going to slip stitch to join underneath the 2 strands. Then you're going to get your new colour. I'm using this lovely purple. I really like this. It's sort of like a nice medium shade of purple. Okay, and then we're going to go underneath. So we've got that one there. So underneath the next stitch, we're going to go underneath the 2 strands, catch hold of my yarn, make sure I've got it the right way around. So I'm going to crochet along, right, and make a single crochet. Okay, if you're in the US, or it'll be a double crochet if you're in the UK. Then make a chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then in that same space you want to work another single crochet. Okay, I know it looks messy right now, but you go underneath the 2 strands, make a single crochet, chain 3, 2, 3, and single crochet, say, or double crochet if you're in the UK, in the same space. And as you work along, keep doing this, you'll see the frill start to happen, so it starts to get wavy as you go along. Okay, so that's how you'd actually make that edge there. Now once you've got all the way around to the other side of it, that's where I finished. Obviously on these ones, that's just my edge and that's the end of it. However, on the green one I showed you, if I just bring it back, if you can see, we've got this, maybe if I put the white behind it, that'd help. And what I've done with this one, because this one, it crochets up a lot looser, each time when I got all the way around, in this chain 3 space, that's where I did exactly the same thing. So I did a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet back in the same place, and then you can give an extra frill that will come out even further. Okay, so I've given you the instructions, given you the colours. Say it's a number 4mm crochet hook, which is also a G6 in the US. Okay, so that's how we make these lovely little baby hats. So there we go, a crochet baby hat and the tiny crochet baby hat. Let's put them back like that. Look, I like that. I just think it looks really cute. Okay, so yeah, this really was just a thank you video, just to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I know that I made it over 90,000 and I'm so proud. I really appreciate the fact that even though that I'm not a regular uploader like a lot of YouTubers, it's always been crochet was my hobby, and by actually creating the YouTube channel I never ever expected to get anywhere near this amount of subscribers. So yeah, I'm just really grateful. Okay, so I just wanted to say thank you and thought I'll share you a free pattern. I'm actually going to put the pattern as well in the description box, and I'll show how to do the increases of sizes. Okay, so you've got all the ones to be able to go up to the adults if that's what you want to do. My next few videos that I'm actually planning on I'm making a whole outfit for the tiny doll that I've got. So we're going to have a pair of pants and some slippers that I've already made so far, and so whatever I can think of making for my little doll, and also for my bigger doll, so I'll replicate it for the next size up, because it's just easier to crochet in the videos with a bigger hook. Okay, so thank you yeah, I just really do appreciate the fact that you've still been supporting me, and you've made the, I need to say, the loveliest of things. I know that some of my videos are a bit they're not perfect. I don't think any of us are, but anyway, that's beside the point. So thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing. Bye for now.